Hello and welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea. Yes, hello and welcome back to Beaglington-On-Sea. It's great to be back. I've been on my hollybobs and I've got a few things down in my suitcase to look at later. And I've also got, lined up for this episode, I have this envelope, which will hopefully help me fix Gordon, who, as you might have seen in my community tab, was not working. So I will get to that in a few minutes. Just put the brown envelope there so I don't forget it. And then I'll also have a look at what I bought and what I brought back with me from the UK. So yes, it's nice to be here in Beaglington-On-Sea again, and it's just going to be nice to see the trains running again, because it's been like 2 weeks, maybe more now, since I've really run the railway. So sit back and relax and enjoy, and welcome to all the new subscribers as well. So I'm going to get these running, and I'm going to start with the outside line, because I haven't really run it that much this year, because there's, it's been probably people running it a lot anyways in their videos and stuff, but I've got the Flying Scotsman to run, because obviously it's the centenary year, and I am a bit late for the actual centenary, but it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, I just thought, I'll give Scotty a run, and after all, it looks fantastic with teeth. It's just, that is the epitome of train sickness, I suppose. So that's going. I'm waffling. It's time to run the middle line, which I'm going to run my M7 in southern livery with a rake of mixed open wagons and a northeastern brake van. This is a train put together by my youngest daughter, and as you can see, it's a sort of alphabet train. It's got the letter G, P, Q, Y, Z. Y is Scotsman not working, and there's a whale in the Gardner Norwich wagon, so I'm going to have that going round, and I'll just get the inside line going, and then maybe it was just stopping in the station for letting off a passenger or something, I don't know. It's on DCC, so it's got a bit of a mind of its own for some reason. The M7's just got stuck there. I suppose things haven't been running a while, so they're just a bit, like... Hopefully it all works out anyways, this episode. Nothing ever goes to plan. And here is the Network Southeast Class 8 by Bachmann with a rake of mixed tanks. So there's some Hornby Thompson Friends oil and soda fuel wagons, a mainline Ronnock wagon, is that what you say? I don't know. And then some tankers and a green brake van. So I'm going to get some footage of those running. And awesome. You see now that we have no accidents. Scotsman seems to be stuck again, and I don't understand, because surely it can't be the point frogs. I mean, I know there's two sets of points, but it's a long locomotive. Lots of contacts. Give it a poke. I never like these big engines. Come on, get gone. Go, shoot, come on. Wake up. Maybe 100 years old, but you should still be able to go. Tell you what, bet the passengers on the express can't wait for Gordon to be fixed. Right, well, I suppose I better stop those now. We can get on doing some things. We'll stop flying Scotsman. I'll speed it up and then stop it. Yeah, stop this station. We'll stop on the points anyways. And then there's the M7. Nope, that's the Class 8. The M7 stopped as well. So I'm going to hand over to Alex at the desk, who's also returned, and give him this brown envelope and Gordon, and see what he can do. And then I suppose I'll take Gordon back then and see if Desk Alex has done a good job of repairing him. So that will be interesting, because if it doesn't go well, I'll be quite disappointed. So yes, over to Alex. Right. Yes, welcome back to the desk, and here we have the Gordon, and obviously I'm trying to mend this because, as I posted in, I think it was on the community tab before, I had dismantled this to see if I could give the motor a bit of a clean, and what I actually found was that the motor brushes had completely disintegrated pretty much, apart from some little bits that had actually sort of got stuck to the inside of their own sort of chamber. So now I've got to take this out. I'll try and remember how to do this, because I don't want to break it. How did I do this before? You sort of lever the... This is the Ringfield motor, and it looks like there's been a screwdriver in there before. I can see a little tab. Oh yeah, I think that's coming up now. Right. Oh, I've got a bit blurry, but... Yeah, right, so... There's the motor, and you can see the commutator wheel inside. That's the shiny copper bit, and the brushes should have been inside these holes, but like I said, what happened was they were just sort of fused in the casings. So I'm going to put that there, because I've got this brown envelope here, and inside it is a piece of paper. And inside the piece of paper is a bag. And it says, "Thank you for your purchase, Tony." Thank you, Tony. And here are the little brushes. I think the flat end goes in first, and then the spring kind of goes on the nubbin. So I've got this little polystyrene pot, and it's got the weights from inside the tender, and the screws there to hold that to the chassis, and then the wheels off of the centre of the tender. And somewhere in here should be some tiny springs. I have some tweezers. So I've got one. Just put that over there. And it does it. Two tiny springs. So now we're going to go and fix that focus a little bit better there. Now, where am I going to do this? So, best thing I can think of to do is open these first. And these basically pass the electric to the commutator, which then turns and powers the wheels. So I'm going to focus there and go dink, and hope they fit, but I don't know because the spring is kind of gunked up from what was left of the other bits. Right, that's not going to work. So I think I'm going to have to drop these in and then put it behind. Now I'm, like I said, a novice, a beginner when it comes to motor servicing. As you've probably seen in previous episodes, I haven't really got a clue what I'm doing. There, right. Those are in. So now we take the spring and we pop it carefully on top, and then that one there. And I had to get these sent to my mum's because she lives in England and I couldn't get them sent here because I bought them on eBay. Right, that's one in. And then I've got to line it up just perfectly with that little bump on the bottom of there and go push. Right, that to me looks right. There you go, see? I didn't realize it went blurry because I was concentrating. There you are, there's the, what's it called? The springs in there, see? Underneath those metal plates. So in theory now, that should work. But I don't know. So might as well pop these bits back on. So there's one wheel. And another wheel. There. And the weights. I think I need to put it back in here first. So one of those is that hole. I think it's that way. So I actually had it out like that. I probably should have made a note of which way in and out the wheels were before I took them out of the tender. And I think that's going to be right. Yeah, that's nearly over. Let's go that way a bit. And we're nearly a bit more over that side. And now that is almost down. There we go. Now, we have the motor
And we have the weights. So how the dickens do these go on? Go there, that goes over there. Oh, I see, because it's got cutouts in the weight there for the what's it called? The wheels, the cogs, the gears. So that should screw there. And that one goes on like that. Yeah, it looks about right. We've got the other screw here. Now, these bits obviously go onto the sides here. So that one goes there. And there's like that's that one on. And then that one somehow has to fit on that side. I probably should have put the weight on right. There you go. Well, at least if you haven't done this before, you'll know that if yours is the same as this, it's a good idea to put this contact thing onto this one before you put the weight on. There. Now we can put the weight back on. There. Lift that up. Hey, this is fiddly, isn't it? Now, we can screw that back on. And that is the tender assembled with new brushes. And we can pop the lid back on the right way round. And we can go test Gordon on the railway. And hope that he works. Well, thank you, Alex, for those efforts. And now we're back at the railway to attempt to get Gordon to run. So I've not tried this yet. You know, some of the wheels are very sort of corroded or something, so I don't know if that's going to cause any issues. But I've switched this back over to DC now, so we can pop that on there, and I will go back around to the rear of the railway and turn on the controls, and we can see now, if I move this closer, whether we can get Gordon to run or not, and whether he performs any better than he did with the dust of his brushes that he had before. So I'm going to go now with the HM2000, and this is going to go forward, hopefully. So you'll hear the click, maybe. There you go. And then slowly creep up the power. I can hear a hum. That's either a good sign or a very bad sign. It's making some noise. And maybe it just needs a little push. I don't know. It's going on its own now. It's crawling ever so slightly. Turn up the power a little, and we give it another. Well, I say another nudge. I haven't given it a nudge yet because it moved itself, but we'll just give it a wheel. And backwards. See how slow I can get it to go. That's about as slow as it's comfortable going without stopping. Sort of stalled a bit on the point, but I'll put it up to about half speed there and give it a nudge. It's actually on one of the points over past the signal box at the moment, so let's see now. Give it a nudge. Come on. Right, well, I would say that that is pretty successful. And, you know, it's not had a chance to run in because that's the first time I've had it going in, like, I don't know, since, like, Christmas or something like that, was it? I don't know, I don't remember. All I know is it's been a while. So now I'm going to run some trains.
So yes, somehow I've repaired Gordon. I wasn't expecting it to work, but it has. Or rather, Alex at the desk has repaired Gordon. So now I'm going to send Gordon back around to collect his coaches. And it's still noisy, but it does seem like the motor is a bit happier. The tender doesn't seem to be as noisy or as vibrant. Slipping a little bit with the coaches though, as I'm talking about how good it's been. I suppose this will be a nice test for it anyway. So I'll just bring Gordon back around this side a second and introduce the other consists. So on the inside line, since it's nearly time for the coronation over in England, or the United Kingdom or Great Britain, or whatever they call themselves, I've got Queen Elizabeth II, the locomotive, I might add, and it's pulling some horse boxes, or stalling with some horse boxes. There we go. Maybe they're going down to London to be part of the coronation, who knows? So that's running, and it's kind of sprightly, and hopefully will not be too bad running. They're all a bit noisy, and then on the middle line, which has not been able to run alongside Gordon, is the Backman Henry, who of course is pulling the Flying Kipper. So he's got a mix of bands there, and I'll just leave him pulling it slowly, and we'll get Gordon going, and we'll try and get the Queen Elizabeth II going, and get some film. Come on, off you go.
Oops. Whoa! Stop! Oh dear. Well now, that's an embarrassing return of Gordon, isn't it? He just has to look the other way when he goes around the corner. Right, I'll have to make some changes to the inside lines consist.
Well, if that didn't go to plan, I suppose we should stick with the theme. Here's Thomas to save the day.
Oh dear, it looks like the driver has taken a wrong turn and driven his bus straight into the village green. Well, it's been a bit noisy in here, so I suppose I'd better stop them. Just slow Gordon down to the station. Like that. And Thomas there, next to that lady on the platform. And Henry there. So, by the looks of things, it seems that the repairs have been a pretty good success. Gordon doesn't like running that slow. Well, you know, that's the indignity or whatever. Yeah, it's definitely good to have it running again. So now I'm going to show you some of the things that I brought back from the UK and maybe put some of them on the layout and see how they work or how they run or whatever. Because I've not actually taken them out of my suitcase yet since we got home, because I've only been home a couple of days and been quite busy. So I'm going to go down and show you the suitcase full of things. Right, here we have the suitcase. As you can see, over here, there's a luggage label, or rather, some ribbon that my mother gave me, and it has Beaglington on tour on the side of it. So I'm going to open this now and show you the things that I've got. So the kids actually got this free. We went to the Norfolk Railway, and they got this, and there's another joint line sort of magazine thing as well. But there's lots of lovely pictures and things in those, so they're quite cool. My sister works as English Heritage, and they have a second-hand bookshop at one of her sites. So she got me this from there, which is quite cool. And obviously I got Model Rail in England, which cost me £5. I mean, it's, I don't know if it's more adverts than anything, but anyways, yes. So I've got Model Rail to look at. I've got, there's the other copy of Joint Line, which is, again, full of lovely pictures. This is a book that my youngest daughter bought, which has rather lovely illustrations in of, you know, the illustrations, the types of drawings look very familiar to me, but it's really lovely. Like, it's just a story about going to the station and getting your train journey and going to the seaside and stuff. So that's a cool book. And then I picked up some books myself at the St. George's pageant at Rest Park. So I got this History of the Great North of Scotland Railway, which looked interesting. I've got the Oakwood Press, the Whitby to Loftus line. I got this rather interesting book as well. I say they're all rather interesting because they are. Rails Across the Border, which I was reading about a bridge across the Solway River or something. Was it the Solway Junction Railway? That's how I just chose that bit to read while I was in England. I've got this interesting one here, Breath of Steam. Sorry, I keep saying this interesting one. They're all interesting. Stop saying it. But yes, Breath of Steam, and it's just another one of these sort of catalogues of like black and white railway photos that show lots of different scenes. Interesting to look for prototype consists or whatever. See that there's always real things out there that you might not have seen. Now, this is a David and Charles Newton Abbott published book. I have a couple of books by them. This is Railway Paintings of Dom Brecon. And it's a very cool book because I do drawing and stuff like that. And it just shows, you know, how the sketches were before they were paintings. And just like, you know, we look at that, like, so that's really cool. And then I have some issues of Railway Modeller, So I've got these two I got second hand at the North Norfolk Railway at their gala, and I got this one in Ireland, which costs, well, I don't know how much it costs in England. £5.45 cost me £7.71 in Ireland, and then my sister also got me County Donegal Railways, because obviously I live in Ireland, and you know, it's pretty neat. Some of the picture bits are coming out, but it's quite cool. I picked up this one, Locomotives and Rail Cars Aboard Nomona, so that's the Peat Railways. I got postcards for myself in the North Norfolk. Peat Railways in Ireland, at they farm the bog for peat, and then they take it to power stations and burn it. So that's I've also got this one that my sister gave me, which is about Lyme Regis, and that's pretty neat, because obviously my railway is set on the south coast, and you know, it's just ideas for backstories and stuff in my head for my railway setting. And then she also got me this, which is the Melton to Cromer Melton Constable to Cromer Branch, but obviously that there is Cromer Beach Station is what I'm thinking of. And this is an Oakwood Press one, and it actually has a little bookmark inside as well. And that's cool, because obviously I like going to the North Norfolk, and that's the Midland and Great Northern Joint Railway, or whatever was that line. So there's Holt and Cromer, Sheringham and Melton Constable, and I used to live down this way. There's Norwich. So that's neat. Now onto the models, which is quite fun. So I have got this pair of Mark II coaches. So I should say that I got these models from DJ Collectibles in Stowmarket. Whenever I go visit my dad in Stowmarket, I always go down to the collectibles shop and go look at what's available. So I've got a brake coach, and I've got another brake coach to go with my non-brake coach. So now I have a 3-coach rake of Mark IIs at last. So they're in pretty good condition. This one has sort of very shiny window surrounds, and this one, they're a bit duller, but they're nice. There's a USB plug that I didn't take out. I'll leave those aside for a minute. What's next? Ah, yes. This I bought on eBay and got sent to my mum's, as well as those motor brushes. So this is the Tibneth milk tanker. So we'll put that into the rest of the Tibneth train. And then I have this. So I got, don't know why the last one's, oh, I do know, yeah. So this is the R344 track cleaning Continental wagon, and it comes complete with instructions. Sadly, no cleaning pad, but it's boxed and it's pretty much in mint condition. It looks like it's been run a bit, but it's, you know, it's in really good condition. So I'm going to have to see if I can get some replacement cleaning pads for that, and then actually clean my railway's tracks. So that's a cool one. And what else have we got here? So I've got this, which I will look. I mean, I'll look at some of these now and get them running. This is definitely going to have to be on a different video. I'll probably take a better look at the trying wagon as well. With this, it's obviously a searchlight wagon, but it's in a bit of a state. So that's something that I'm going to have to work on. And then I did manage to get myself a locomotive, which is only about 25-30 quid. And it's this. And I've been told it works. I haven't tried it. It's the Lima Class 73 Broadlands. It's missing a buffer. I don't remember it having a buffer missing when I packed it, but there's no buffer in the suitcase, so maybe it's just something that I missed. It's called Broadlands, and it's 73142. So I'm going to try that with those two Mark IIs and see if it runs before I finish the video. It does look like it needs replacement traction tyres, so that's something else that I'm going to have to get. Something else to put on the spares list. So I've got this now, which is I think it's a white metal model, but it's a van, and I don't know if the wheels will cause short circuits on my track because they're metal. It's got fully sprung chain link couplings, but I don't know if the chain hoops are going to be too thick to couple to anything. But I just thought it looked really nice. And yeah, I just went, oh yeah. I mean, there were a selection of these vans available. They've got a lovely profile to them. Yeah, they were in a box. So basically, I went to the shop and I had a look, and I saw it was there, and I said, have you got any more? And the man that runs the shop said, yes, I do. And he produced a big stack of cardboard boxes, and he went, I haven't been through them. So we got them down on the floor, and I had a big rummage through them anyways, and I picked out the kind of bits that I wanted. But obviously I couldn't take all of it, because I wouldn't have been able to get it home. That, and I couldn't afford it. But I did get these at a very good price. So we have the last things now, and my knees hurt. But we have these two, which are really lovely because they are lost in this kitchen paper. Now, this is a coach that someone has built pretty much from scratch. This is an open coach. It's made of wood, and there's a corridor connector there. And, you know, I don't know, I might have to replace the bogies because they're very strange. I'll show you in a minute. All these, they've got like flush glazing almost. It's all falling out. I'm going to maybe have to replace that with some sort of clear plastic. But the windows frames, they have like an actual like sill bit to put the stuff in. So I may yet be able to fix these. This will have to be in another video as well. And they've got added roof vents. They've got like string or something used for the bits to stop the rain coming down, or whatever they're called. So yeah, that's an LMS one, and they're painted by hand as well. So they're a bit of a project. And this one, they're not a matching pair, but they are from the same collection, evidently. This one is like a Suburban coach, and it reminds me of like the 00 Suburbans, and it's missing its string off the top here. But it has its massive buffers and its big chain link couplings. So they're obviously off the same layout probably as that van, and they've got brake pipes, which this chain has got caught around. Yeah, I mean, they're not the most detailed thing in the world, but the detail that they do have is quite neat. Like, you know, it's just paint. Someone's made this by hand is actually really cool. And even if they don't work, they'll just be nice to have, you know, to look at, to put on a siding. But I hope that I can get them looking nice. It's got a bit stringy and fluffy on the top here. But overall, yeah, a cool selection of things. And like I said, I'll have to do one or two things in other videos to show you them better, but I just wanted to show them now. So I've got those two wooden coaches. They'll have to have a section in a video. I've got the van that can go up onto the railway. I've also got this NATO thing here and that triangle thing there, so they can go over there. And I'll put the Class 73 and the Mark II over there, and a tipping mill. And I'll put these books away, and we'll go and put these up on the railway. Okay, so I've reduced the length of Henry's train, and I've managed to couple a troublesome truck and Henry's enormous coupling hook on his tender to the van. And then over there, I've got Thomas, see my finger here, just pointing, there's the tip of the milk wagon. So I'm going to just run those now and see. So Thomas should be able to get off scene. And he's left his train behind. So let's see what's wrong with the Tidmouth milk wagon. Sorry, it's falling over the Hoover. Nothing, as far as I can see. So I don't know why it's leaving that behind. Unless the coupling hook needs to be bent a little. Wait, come on, Thomas. Why don't you leave the milk behind? As bad as Daisy. So that's that. And now we just try Henry, I suppose. Right, well, we can leave them running and see if anything happens in the meantime. And over here now, we'll have a look at the two Mark IIs. So these actually seem to be alright. They roll fine. The odd missing coupling, but and the odd bent coupling hook, I suppose they went in the suitcase. and we have Broadlands. The motor is at this end, so I'm going to put that way round. Leave the bogie there trailing. On the coat end. 1, 2. There, right. We'll see now whether it works or not. Fingers crossed, everybody! Forwards. Yay! Well, I made it around the back. And then... Oh, it is missing some horns or something off of one end, but it doesn't matter that much. It's coupled up, and even though it doesn't have traction tyres, it seems to be pulling alright. Although the trailing bogie seems to have come off the rails. So I'll just pop that back on. There we go. Alright, stop. It is on full power, just to make sure it makes it round. But it's probably not been running in a while. Come on. So we'll have to run that in, I suppose. Here's Henry with his van. No problems there. And I thought he would struggle because the wheels on that were actually quite stiff. Right, we'll just see if we can get one more pass from the Class 73 before we finish up. Come on, you can do it. Stuck on the point. I wonder if this is having anything to do with the lack of traction tyres. But I think it's more that it just needs to be run, get the stiffness out of the mechanism. Come on. And the wheels could do a little clean. There we go. Right, well, Broadlands has stopped on the points, so I suppose it's time to win. And so I'll just bring Thomas to a stop back here, and Henry and his van as well. And we'll turn off Broadlands' power as well. So there you are. Just a bit of a hello, I'm back and here's some stuff video for you. So I'll be doing another video hopefully soon. I've got a few things planned, a few things to edit, but it's mostly just about getting back on track with videos and figuring out what I'm planning to do. So yeah, I don't know how long after this video goes out the next video will be, because it depends on what time I have. This one I'm filming, it's the 26th, 27th of April or something like that. 27th I think. So this will be going out, like it'll be about a week after now that this video goes out if I haven't found time to edit it. So yeah, that's you know, more videos in May. And thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry that I've been away so long. But yes, it's been lovely to run the railway again. I hope that you've enjoyed the footage and seeing the few things. And about time. Who's that? In the hallway. 1 second. Come on. Come on. Yes, he couldn't open the door even though it was open. Yes? You coming here? No? He said, how could you forget? Because somebody was too busy sleeping. There you go. Now, please don't knock over anything. So anyways, yes. That's the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you to all the new subscribers and everyone who keeps subscribing. Thank you very much for your comments and your likes, and don't forget you can share with your friends. But yeah, I'm off to go think about what videos I'm going to make next. So until next time, I've been Alex, you've been a wonderful audience. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. Oh, and also there's the subscribe bubble thing and the playlist thing. Obviously I'm a bit out of practice, so yeah, remember that. So yes.
Smugpuss. Anything interesting out there, Smugpuss? Oh! The neighbour's fat cat is on top of the shed. Well, anyways,